Hi there, I'm Scott Lowe with ActualTech Media. I'm joined today by Dimitri Stiliadis, who is the CEO of Aporeto. Dimitri, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Scott.
So Aporeto, we understand the basics behind the company, but why would someone, who's buying Aporeto and why are they buying it?
So actually the main thing that customers like with what we are doing is that they get significant operational simplification with better security. What does this mean? It means that right now, in order to provide the same level of security, they need to go through a lot of tools, sometimes a lot of devices, whether it's called networking devices, firewalls, appliances, and so on. And when they deploy the Aporeto solution, they can literally get rid of all this complexity and deploy something very simple that essentially their end developers actually understand. And so they don't need to fight with the infrastructure. That's the big value, if you will.
So especially as we look at things like DevOps and things like that, so we're bringing some of the security functionality to the developers so that they're not actually outsourcing security to the network guys.
Right.
They're actually bringing security into the application.
Right.
So that it grows with the application, it's well integrated with the application. So theoretically it should make it more secure because they actually understand where all the hooks are.
So I think where we are transitioning in this DevOps environment is the same thing as we are seeing in the cloud also on the concept of the shared responsibility, right? So we are moving away from the fact that the security organization, the CISO, is the only responsible, or the networking team are the only responsibles about security, and we are moving to the environment where both the developers and the CISO are together responsible for security. So we need to give them the right tools that they can bridge the gap and, if you want, communicate between what the developer wants and how he wants to approach security, and what the CISO wants and how does he want to approach security.
And at the same time that's happening, we're actually looking at more an emerging architectural opportunities. We have our on-premises infrastructure, we also have cloud, and we have to be able to easily knit them together in a way that doesn't compromise security.
Right. Exactly, and the challenge actually that we are seeing with a lot of customers is that they really want to deploy the latest and greatest technologies, right? They want to embrace microservices, they want to embrace containers and so on. But when it comes to realizing how to operationalize this and actually make it work together with all their other applications that are currently running, right? They're hitting their head on the wall, right? How do I operationalize all these technologies, maintain security, make them interoperate with everything else? This is where the real challenges are.
And work on the cloud.
And work on the cloud, right? There are fundamental transformations happening, and IT departments are having a very hard time meeting all these requirements, if you want.
So who is the Aporeto customer? Is it a developer? Is it a security person? Is it both?
Actually, it's very interesting. What we are noticing is that a lot of enterprises are transitioning to a model where there is usually the cloud architecture team or SRE team or DevOps team, right? It's the team that tries to embrace these technologies and bring them in the enterprise, and this becomes the fundamental audience that we are talking to, right? We are essentially telling them, here is the tools that if you deploy these tools, you're going to satisfy your security requirements or your business requirements, if you want, and at the same time you will be able to deploy technologies fast to make sure that your developers are productive, right? So it's maintaining productivity while keeping security.
Got it. Dimitri, thank you very much.
Thank you.